What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 2 a.m. in Sweden. I have the special guest, the friend of the show, the legend himself, Steven at Steven underscore Springs. Steven, how you been? How's life going? We haven't talked in a minute. How's everything?
Yeah. We'll just jump into it. Well, the reason why I wasn't here last week is because of our company's sales kickoff.
hmm
Um, have you ever been to one?
I have
You've been to a sales
those.
kickoff.
Yes.
Anyone who has not been to one or has not heard stories about them, um, it's it's just like in the movies. I've been to four of them now with two different companies, five with two different companies. Um, Mine was at the home base, which
hmm
for your boy, that can go either way.
Right there. Yeah.
Probably for the better. And it's just like it's basically 9 to 4 presentations, meetings, team
It's
meetings.
annoying.
It's sales. We had sales, marketing, tech support. We had we had like 200 people at this thing,
Damn.
which is a lot. We had the boys come in from New Zealand, Australia, the UK, and all the boys are like our age. So a bunch of like 25 to like 35-year-old dudes with
Sheesh.
like no rules and like free dinners, free beers, free drinks, all that for like 5 days. So it was Monday was like the first day, and then it was Thursday. Some people were around Friday, but it was like a Monday to Thursday type of thing. It's just 9 to 4 meetings, and then you do company dinners, team
Insane.
activities. And then you just go out, and that's it. Like you do it again the next day, and then you do it again the next day.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
whole time.
huh?
I said it's the whole time.
Yeah, it's the
They
whole time.
call it
It's just
bonding.
absolute shit show. Again, you get people from all over the place, and you know, Christian knows me better than obviously most do.
hmm
He knows your boys. I can be wilding out sometimes. Um, and I have weaknesses like us, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Um, and I texted Christian something about what I can't say on the air, what we
Nope.
compared it to. Um, let's just say that the files are gonna get burned at some point. And what I will say also, I can't. This is the last thing I'll say on it. I don't have a legal team, but if I did, they would advise me to not speak on the matter. And I think
Yep.
half our company would be under that umbrella as well. Which this happens after every sales kickoff. HR, it's an HR nightmare.
Yep.
Um,
Every time.
Absolute nightmare, dude. So it was great. It was dope time. Um, like I said, the boys come in from the UK, from Australia, New Zealand, and it's just like we're just a bunch of dudes in sales that
That's
like
how it
are just
goes.
having a good time. So, but like I was out until, I'd leave the house at 8, and I'd get back at like 2:30.
In the
Yeah,
morning?
yeah, your boy was out.
Oh my
Boy was
God.
wilding out, dude. But you know, it was great. It was dope week. Again, the legal teams are on speed dial. So far, there's no HR complaints, but it's still early in the process. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give you the details via text. But good times. Yeah. So that's where your boy was at.
So this is good to hear because I was like, different people were like, "Oh, where's Steven been at?" Or when's the last time you talked to him? I was like, I don't know. And the last time I talked to him, probably the last time half of y'all talked to him at
Yeah,
the same point.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
So that's partially the elephant in the room. So Steve and I will talk about that in a little bit. The other part is, so I was texting Steven that clearly half of you all can see the backgrounds, not any of my office space. So I have three clues for you all. So if anybody out there wants to end up answering it, feel free to end up doing that as well. By the way, there is no banner today. The banners will be back next week when I'm back. So Steven, I'll start off with a super tough clue and go to the easiest. Let's see how quick it takes you to end up doing it. Mind you, this you can guess the state or you can guess the city.
Okay,
So the first clue is the team in this specific area just released their best defender. Well, we'll be releasing their best defender.
okay. Who's the best defender? Okay, you're okay. I'm guessing you're then in the Midwest area.
Okay. Do
Okay.
you want the next clue or you want to guess?
Um, Give me one more clue.
Okay. This team has the worst defense in this sport?
You're in Kansas City?
No, that's really close. That's super close. No.
Worst defense. All right, one more clue.
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. Oh, you're in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Dog.
Why are you in Cincinnati?
Dog, work.
Okay, that's fair.
I'll tell you later, but when
Not
I
the
tell
worst,
you,
not the worst place you can end up.
it's
And definitely not the worst place in Ohio.
no. Oh, we're gonna talk about the other side of Ohio later on. But is it my favorite place? No, it's also been raining the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. But it's also one of the quickest flights I've been on from where we live.
Yeah.
There, dog, I got
Would you fly out
Reagan.
of? But so it's like a 40-minute closer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing with that is I got on the plane, put my stuff up, took my laptop out. I probably did two things, and they're like, all right, so we're gonna start landing in 20 minutes. And I was like, dog, I just got ready.
Facts.
So yeah, I'm out here until Friday morning, and then I'll be back. Of course, anyone that knows me knows one of the first things I had to end up walking by and seeing that was Paycor Stadium. So where the Bengals end up playing, it's right next to the water over here. And then they also have Cincinnati Reds stadium, which is downtown as well. What I will say is this city, so anyone that knows me, DC area, grew up in New York. When I think of cities, I'm thinking, oh, you're going to have the hustle and bustle. No, you can just walk across the street and you won't get hit by a car around here. Like it's super simple. I also didn't realize, I guess Miami of Ohio is around here somewhere too, because I've started to see a bunch of their logos around here.
Yeah, they're 29-0.
Yeah.
Somehow they're like on their bubble team.
Exactly because of that. Yeah. I guess it's the teams that they're playing, which is part of it. So that's the first thing I wanted to bring up. My What You Got is going to be part of this Chronicles that I have going on with my flights, because I can't say where I went this weekend because it'll make the block hot. But in a couple of weeks, I'll probably text you that information. I know 3 of the people watch it, and I've told. Go ahead.
I would say before I forget, your boy's going to, not this weekend.
Here we go.
Your boy's going to State College next weekend.
Oh, okay.
On a solo mission.
Blue white?
No, just to go. Just to go. It's spring break, so there's not gonna be a lot of people there. But I'm gonna link up with Jay Hill, obviously, my family, and do all that stuff. So probably some stories from that too.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
100%.
Yeah. So that was one thing that I'll definitely want to hear. You know what? We'll get into it right now.
Yeah,
I
sure.
was gonna wait for it later. We're gonna go into the college football side of things. So we're gonna go into, you brought up State College, so I'm gonna go with the other Big Ten team. So anyone that was on the show last week knew that I had just said, all right, I just secured tickets for the Indiana Hoosiers. So I got college football tickets. I was like, this is solid. This is great. Paid for them. I was like, they don't even know who I am. This is awesome. Put my phone number down, put my address. And then last week, them bitches want to go say, hey, so we did a random audit, and unfortunately we think that you're going to be reselling tickets.
Classic.
So we refunded you.
Damn.
So one, they didn't even give me the chance. They don't know what I was going to do, although I was going to do that. But they don't know what I was going to do. And then the other side is, they're not to the level of fuck the Jags, because Indiana didn't do anything to me.
Yeah.
So the Jags are still in their own category. They suck. And then they did that. Whereas this is a little different.
Like 5 years ago, they wouldn't have given a shit.
No, hell no.
No. 5 years ago, they would
have been happy.
They want every possible person to be in Bloomington.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I brought that up because that was one that I was hoping could have been on the list in the next 2 to 4 years. It's wild. I don't want to bring up the bad part of it, but Steve and I went to Austin last year, and I don't know if you guys paid attention to the news recently. So whenever these things happen, it was like, damn, like we was just there. I don't want different places Steven and I in the group go to when we leave. We end up looking at it from the negative side of it. Because I went to New Orleans one year, right after I left New Orleans, that shit happened. I'm not saying it's me. I promise you, I'm not going to go that far. But we need some positive stories when we end up leaving places. So um, we talked about college football, and I want to dive into now the scouting combine
Uh-huh.
and different things. So first part I do want to touch on is your boy, my boy, not really our boy, but Mel Kiper. He
Mhm.
put out his mock draft,
Yeah,
like the top 10 of different things. And number one, he has Fernando Mendoza. Number two, he has Caleb Downs. Three, David Bailey. Four, Arvell Reese. Five, Spencer Fano. Say it right? Yeah,
sure.
close
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
Six, Carnell Tate. Seven, Sonny Styles. Which, have you seen his dad?
Uh, did you see that? That was the AI generated photo.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish it
that's why I
wasn't
wanted
though.
to
I
bring it
wish it
up.
wasn't though.
Yeah, so that was seven. Eight, Makai Lemon. Nine, Jeremiah Love, which I want your
Mm.
thoughts because I've seen a shit ton of different people comparing running backs in the past 8 to 9 running backs. It was Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Todd Gurley, Jeremiah Love, Ashton Jeanty, and Jameer Gibbs. And I get that they're saying Jeremiah Love is going to be good, going to be great, but for you to put him in the same category already as Saquon Barkley or what Jameer Gibbs has done,
Yeah,
or hell, even me, because I was a big Gurley fan
right.
in that category already, do you think it's fair?
No, I don't think he's that guy. He's really good. Like he's a really good prospect, and he showed off at the combine, and numbers were at like what people expected them to be. But those guys were really different. And again, it's like like his numbers weren't great this season. Like they
No.
weren't like you know like Heisman worthy. Those guys had Heisman, like Saquon Barkley, Zeke, Gurley. Those guys had Heisman caliber type of seasons, and I just don't think he's like that guy. Not saying he's not like a top 10 pick, yeah, for sure. He is that good. This is also like the top part of this draft is not as strong as drafts
Previously.
usually are.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Um, like there's some elite players out there. Like I don't want to make it seem like I'm not, but like I, no, I don't think he's that guy. I think he's really good. I don't think he's in the level of Zeke. We'll stick with Zeke, Gurley, and Saquon. Saquon
Hmm.
Barkley was projected potentially as
Number
the
one.
number one pick in the draft,
Yeah.
right? And
Yep.
Zeke was a top 3 pick, I think, top 4.
Hmm.
Gurley wasn't, but like, you know, if anyone watched Todd Gurley in coming out of college, yeah, he was that dude. But I don't think Jeremiah Love is that dude, but I'm not saying he's trash.
Yeah. So the other part that they brought up, the overall average of the 40-yard dash position by position was quicker than years past,
Yep.
but nobody was faster than
Nope.
a person in years past. Other part that I was bringing up that I talked about on the show before, Xavier Worthy and Chris Johnson are the two outliers to those super fast 40 times because a lot of the ones that had a good 40, they weren't
Didn't do
great
shit.
players. Exactly. But those two, Xavier Worthy is doing great when it comes to Kansas City Chiefs. CJ2K was just a different breed.
Sure.
Like he showed it. So thoughts overall on anything else that you saw from the combine? The other part is they talked a lot about some of the wide receiver cone drills and also the catching. Um, but did you have any takeaways from that, or are you more focusing on what's going to happen in April?
Um, I, yeah. It's always interesting. There's always some shockers. I don't think like I guess probably Mendoza is probably the only like guaranteed pick.
Lock, yeah.
But
Everyone
like
else
yeah,
is up in the
Arvell
air.
Reese, David Bailey, Ruben Bain. I think that's another guy. Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs. I can see him go top 5. He's a game
Mm-hmm.
changer. I see Carnell Tate going to the Chiefs. That would be a huge pickup for them. There
Mm,
was talks about
yeah.
his 40-yard dash and what he did, and apparently, what it seems like is the people in the stands all were in like the 4.4s.
Yes.
Some people had
But the
four
electric
threes,
time was
high four
different.
threes, low 4.4s, which is what people expected him to run. But then on the NFL Network, they had him in a 4.5, which was like astonishing. I saw that and I was like, "There's
I
no way."
saw it. Yeah.
He
You
wasn't
saw
that good.
Shefty's text?
Yeah, yeah, that's why I said it.
Yep.
Um, but I told you before we started this, I only really watched the quarterbacks, and I really just wanted to see Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Drew. Like, Ty Simpson won big games. Obviously, I don't need to say Fernando Mendoza won big games. He won them all. But like, I get like what Drew did against big time opponents, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon. Like, I get it. Part of it, yes, is true because he is the quarterback and he's got to make throws. He's got to be mentally prepared and all that stuff. I also think like a close second is the position that James Franklin and company put him in. They did not use him to his advantage. Dude's 6'5", 230 pounds, has a rocket arm. He can make every throw on the field. That like people shouldn't discredit that. Like he can make every throw in the field. His footwork, it's I don't want to say wildly inconsistent, but it can be. But he can make every throw in the field. If you put him in the right situation, and you can say this for any player really, but primarily him as a quarterback. If you can put him in any like a good situation with a good system and a good head coach, obviously talent around him, but like get out of his own head, I think the kid can be a fucking stud. And I've been saying that for the last 4 years. I also think the Steelers have a very good chance of drafting him. And I've said that for a long time too. That's been bookmarked. But like Ty Simpson had a great turnout. Carson Beck, I think Drew Allen was better than Carson Beck. I think people just look at those games, and I get it. Like you have to win those games if you're a quarterback, and that's why he was a 5-star. But I think again, part of it is the system he was in. I think James Franklin Company really let him down. If you saw him at the combine, like you saw his performance, like he can throw the ball like a great deep ball. He can throw the corner routes. He can throw the comeback routes, the crossing routes, all of them. So I don't think he's gonna go first round, but if he does, I would not be surprised.
For Drew?
Yeah, I can see it for sure.
Okay.
Dude, Zach Wilson was the number 2 pick in the draft at 1 year.
Yeah, Zach Wilson just got paid.
So right, so
that's all that was.
I mean, this again, none of us have any idea what's going to happen with these guys.
No,
right? Like I don't think Fernando Mendoza is going to be a good NFL quarterback. 10 years from now, he could be a 3-time MVP and a Super Bowl champ and on his way to a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah, you're right.
So it could go either way. We're all just fucking spitballing here. But I would not be shocked if Drew goes first round. He's a quarterback with huge upside.
Yeah,
huge upside. This was like he was talked about 4 years ago when he was coming in as a freshman. Like this kid could be the number 1 pick in the draft in 4 years. So it's a quarterback position. Like it's not like he's a running back or a DB or whatever. Like if you're gonna hit on any position in the draft, you're gonna want to hit on a quarterback.
Yeah.
Speaking of Penn State though, real quick, our one of our guards, left right guard, whatever it is, Vega Iwane, is projected to be one of the higher offensive linemen taken. He had a great performance in the draft, and people were saying he's one of the 4 or 5 best players in the draft. So shout out to Penn State on that one.
Wow, shout out.
Yeah, dude's a problem.
Before we go into the NFL side of things, I wanted to bring up one story in terms of college, but on the college basketball side. Steven, did you see the game between Alabama and Georgia at the end of the first half?
Negative.
God dang it. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys this, and we're going to analyze it. For anyone that hasn't watched the show before, Steven and I usually I'll bring something up, and we'll analyze the game. So this is the one that we're going to do today. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So no volumes needed for this. None of that has to deal with any of it. We'll do this. Okay.
Oh, yeah. They played with 4 guys, right?
How do you play with 4 guys and you
so
still
it's funny.
create a turnover?
This is one of those things where I'm scrolling and I saw the headline. I didn't watch the video though. How does no one notice it?
There's 23 seconds left. Look, this is everyone.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 against 5. Alabama has the ball as well.
How does no one notice it? Like
there's a person wide open. There are 2 people wide open. There's 1 person for 3 players.
Like no one notices this.
And they didn't notice it. And how are you getting trapped at the top? Georgia clearly notices what's going on, so they trap to make sure he can't see it. Still, I honestly at this point I fault Alabama because he should be cutting or he should be cutting. You can pass it there, go there, and you're straight. But what do?
What? No way. No way. No, I did not know that was the outcome of this. Oh, golly, dude. How?
So
Bro, they had like 30 guys wide open. How did they
Steven,
miss that?
he was wide open. Like
Oh,
they were wide open. You had four defenders in college. Nah, there's no way. Like you deserve to lose any game possible if
I'm not
that's
even
happening.
mad. I'm not mad about that anymore. I'm not mad that they played four guys. They played defense. They actually got it to
You
work.
see, they did. They did
That's
with the
so
four of them.
wild.
So big topic that I do want to talk about now is the NFL. So this is partially my favorite time of the year, more so from the financial component side of it. And we're about to hit the NFL free agency period. We're getting into that fake NFL tampering period that they always bring up. Cap space is the big thing that we talk about. We've had franchise tags go on. Kenneth Walker did not get a franchise tag. Daniel Jones did get the transition tag, which that's interesting. George Pickens got a franchise tag as well. So that was just a big name that some people have talked about on that side. But in terms of cap space, the Tennessee Titans will have $94.7 million to play with in cap space.
Oh,
Las Vegas Raiders will have 89.1 million. The Jets will have 88.7 million. The Chargers will have 85.5 million. And the Seahawks will have 59.5 million. The Commanders will have 71.3 million.
hmm.
Now, before we go on any further, because I want to have Steven's thoughts, let's go to the ones that are in the negative,
Right.
because I don't know how you can be in the negative. And it's always the teams in the negative that don't make the playoffs either.
Sure.
So in straight last, we have the Dallas Cowboys at being over the salary cap by $56 million. The Minnesota Vikings are over the salary cap by $45.5 million. Fuck the Jags are over the salary cap by 16 million.
Right.
And the Detroit Lions are over the salary cap by 12.2. All that's good, but the one I have a question for you, Steven, on is the Saints. How the hell are the Saints $10.5 million over the salary cap when they have nothing to show for it?
And yeah, well, and they're dog shit. So there you go.
Exactly. So that's the first part I wanted to bring up. Now, the other side is, all right, well, why are some of these teams having such a high salary cap? Well, Dak Prescott's average salary is $60 million. Josh Allen's is $55 million. Joe Burrow is $55 million. Trevor Lawrence is $55 million. Jordan Love is $55 million. Tua Tagovailoa is the one I'm going to stop on because he is $53 million. But on top of that, they're projecting to release him as a post June 1 cut. They are saying this is going to be one of the biggest dead cap hits that has happened. Number one, we all knew that. Number two, I don't know who's actually going to pick him up. They're saying he's going to go to another team, but I don't really know what you're expecting of him at this point. So, thoughts on Tua?
Yeah, I mean, I thought McDaniel was going to be the right system for him, honestly.
I thought so too, and they're both gone.
Yeah, maybe he's just not good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, we have no idea what the next 5 years are going to be like for him, but maybe he's just not that good. There were definitely flashes, but like, no, not as many. The injuries, yes, for sure. He should not be playing football, but that's a completely separate conversation. I just don't know. Like, I don't know who takes a risk on him. It's like him, Kyler Murray, like because the Cardinals are going to release him.
Yeah, that's another one.
Like, who do you take? You take Kyler Murray, or do you take Tua?
I guess I have a little more faith in Kyler, but either one of them aren't going to. They're not a Sam Darnold situation. For anyone out there thinking this could be the next Sam Darnold, it's not. We both know what's going to happen. Sam Darnold had some promise and poise. Kyler Murray, there might just be things going on.
Flashes, like he's like he can make plays, but there's just something like that's missing from their play. But again, I thought McDaniel was gonna be the right thing for Tua, but I guess not. But
yeah,
I don't know, like someone's gonna take a risk on him, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
there's but so many quarterbacks out there.
There's no way they're gonna just linger.
No,
it's always interesting. And you're like, oh, okay. You see someone sign with someone, you're like, especially the quarterbacks, you're like, okay, got a couple pieces in there, but like sometimes you're like, what are you? What is that supposed to? What is that gonna do?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it's always interesting. I'm looking at the top 100 right now on ESPN.com for the free agents, and there's it's not like
there's no spectacular names.
No, like it's not like Kenneth Walker. He's number 15. I think that's way too low.
Wow.
Malik Willis.
We were talking a lot about him.
Malik Willis is higher than him. How's that possible?
Look, can
Um,
I ask you your thoughts on this Malik Willis situation after he wasn't even a projected first round pick? He was in the same draft as Kenny Pickett.
yeah, wasn't he the number? He was in there, right? He was the top. He was a first round pick, right?
No, there were no first round quarterbacks. I
Oh,
don't
that's
think.
right. That's right. He's 27. I don't know. Sure, he came in last year. He did well for the Packers, but like, what are you expecting? That's the other thing. What are the teams expecting to get from these guys? Like,
Hmm.
are you expecting from Malik Willis to turn the corner and become a Pro Bowl quarterback? Are you expecting Kyler Murray to finally be an All Pro quarterback and like MVP caliber player? Isaiah Likely is 18th on this list. That's way too low.
Oh,
Um,
he's probably my favorite.
way too low. Khalil Mack's on this list. He's 35. Um, who else is on this list? Yeah, Reed Blankenship. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, like Stephon Diggs, he's 30. He's 33rd on this list. He's going to be 32 entering the 2026 season. So that's
Wow.
like, he's kind of borderline type of like, what are you going to get from him coming up?
Hmm.
Um, he's got the off the field stuff too. Joey Bosa, he's 31. Like this not like a incredible list of Jaquan Brisker. Interesting. I think
Yeah,
he'll
that's a name.
I think he'll get paid. I definitely think he'll get paid by someone. The Bears would be smart to bring him back, but like Alex Anzalone, Aaron Rodgers, we'll see how that goes.
Is
Yeah,
Mike
this is
Evans on the list?
huh?
Mike Evans.
He is Rasheed Walker, shot to Penn State.
Shout out.
He's 12th on the list. He'll be 33 entering the 2026 season. Again, another guy that's like, what are you going to get from him? What are you
Yeah,
expecting from Mike Evans? What are you expecting from Khalil Mack? Like, are you really expecting Khalil? I mean, he had 9.5 sacks last year. Like, are you expecting him to do
he's a
that?
free agent.
Yeah, and he said he wants to play. Like, I mean,
Wow.
it's not like no, he had 5.5 sacks. It's not like he's on the backside. Again, what are you expecting from a guy like Khalil Mack, and how much are you willing to pay him?
Yeah.
But these guys are all going to get paid, right? Like, there's no doubt they're going to get paid. They shouldn't probably, but they're going to. Top 5 on ESPN.com are Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, Tyler Linderbaum, center from the Ravens, Jalen Phillips, edge rusher from the Eagles, Alec Pierce. Number 4 on this list. Are you kidding me? Oh my
Uh,
god, dude, what are we doing? Receiver from the Colts, and then Rasheed Walker, left tackle from the Packers at number 5. Right behind him, another Penn State guy, Adofe Owe, from the Chargers, who got
mhm.
traded there from the Ravens. Like, yeah, it's not like doesn't like, whoa, that's a big list, dude. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, there's some good players in there, but I don't think anything really stands out from those guys. But they're all gonna
Hmm.
get paid, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're going to be talking about this in a week or two about everyone who is or is not getting paid. Um, because other things, just to bring up, Trent McDuffie just got traded to the Rams. So that's one thing. And then David Montgomery is now on the Texans, which we knew, everyone knows this. Those type of backfields don't stay together forever. It comes a point in time in life where they just got to split it up. So talk about people that did not get paid. Stephon Diggs, they released him from the Patriots. I think Steven and I both know better than anyone. The Patriots were not about to keep that shit. Like, he could have had this type of drama in Atlanta. He could have had this drama in Dallas. They would have kept him. The Patriots like, we're not
Don't play
having
that
this.
game.
Yeah, we don't play it.
Mm-mm.
That's just our culture here. And it was like one thing after another. And they said, look, there's too many other players. With Drake May, yeah, you got it. You got to go.
But
So
now they gotta go find someone.
you're right, because he was their wide receiver one at that
Yep.
point. Um, Other part just to bring up before we get into what you got and everything in terms of NBA. So the Rams. The Rams since 2017 have not really had a first round pick outside of 2024. They've traded every single year. This year, Chiefs, last year, Falcons. Before that, they drafted Jared Verse. For that, it was Lions because of the whole Matthew Stafford trade. They traded to the Jaguars twice, Jalen Ramsey. And then before that, it was the Falcons, the Patriots. In 2017, it was the Titans. So every single year they
Mm.
just traded, which you can't fault them for it because
I
they
mean,
just know what they're good at.
and they're still winning.
Exactly. So they don't necessarily need that first round pick at that point. But final things I want to bring up before what you got. Have you seen this whole Jared Vanderbilt situation with Luca?
Yes, I did see that. I did.
My thoughts, and I want your thoughts. That's a great teammate.
Hell,
He
hell
just
yeah, dude.
he
That's your
understands the whole situation.
that's your fall guy.
Yeah.
Every team's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vando, that was good. Like he knew. Everybody knew.
Yep.
Everybody knew.
Read the
Like
whole situation.
right.
And you have to
Then
be at that level to be able to do that too.
right. Happened tonight again. Not the same thing. Luca, I literally just saw it before we came on here. Luca was joking and he stood up and he was waiting for Vando to. He wasn't gonna do anything. He was just seeing if he was gonna do it again. He stood up and then
Yeah.
Vando didn't do anything. But yeah, that's a good teammate. That's an A+ teammate.
Yeah. So shout out to him on that.
Shout out.
Other than that, what you got for everyone?
I don't know if I told you before, but the gym in my neighborhood flooded at the end of last
Yeah.
month. So I moved over to Anytime Fitness, which is also in my neighborhood as well. Obviously,
What the hell?
your boy doesn't leave.
No.
Yeah, I really don't, bro. I didn't like so last week. I didn't see my family at all. Like, and I stayed home and I like slept at my house. I had to come home at the end of the night as well, which
Oh my God.
like tough. But
Yeah.
so I had to move to a new gym, and the gym I have in my neighborhood is like a hotel gym on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have a bench, doesn't have a squat rack, doesn't have like you can't do any of that. As opposed, they have a Smith machine, you get the dumbbells and all that stuff, but it's like that can only take you so far. As anyone who's ever worked out, those types of things can only take you so far. So your boy hopped in this gym, it's got all the free weights, whatever. But it's got a bench, squat, all that. So there's a 300 club at this gym.
Mm-hmm.
You squat either you squat 300 pounds, deadlift 300 pounds, or bench. So your boy's going for the bench press 300 pounds.
Really? Okay.
Trying to get 315 by Memorial Day. So now we're on a new
Jesus.
journey for your boy.
Jesus, that's good.
I got 225 for 7 today.
Okay.
So
Solid. I saw
yeah.
that.
And I hadn't benched in like 10 years. But like I'm still like doing it at like with like the Smith machine and dumbbells and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
like, but it's as you know, obviously Smith machine versus like regular bench press is
Very
not
different.
even remotely close to the same thing. It's
Very
if
different.
anything, the Smith machine is like 15 pounds lighter than the actual bench.
Yeah.
However, it still felt like I did 7. I probably got the first like 4 with like decent ease, and then the other ones had to kind of push it a little bit more. But I'm just gonna start repping 225 as much as I possibly can,
That's
and
what you
then
gotta
just
do.
start
Yeah.
building off of that. But your boy's on the fast track to 315. So that's my goal by Memorial Day, which is plenty doable,
Yeah.
barring any sort of setbacks, which your boy always something always happens with your boy. So 315 is the goal by Memorial Day, which is it'll be here soon. Also, I'm going to State College. I mentioned that next weekend. I'm also ideally getting a workout in at the Penn State facility. So that'll be documented, well documented.
Yeah,
Obviously.
absolutely.
So yeah, we're on a new journey now, which is the 300 club. So your boy's going for it. I'm trying to get 315 for 5 by Memorial Day. 5.
Holy hell.
So if I can get 315 once, I'm gonna crank it up to do like 5 10-pound increments, maybe just trying to throw 2 more like 210s on there. But 315 by Memorial Day is the goal for your boy. So
Here's the question for you.
Yep.
Do you do any of these reps by yourself or do you have a spotter?
Okay, great question.
That's important. Yeah.
So the way I did it was I wasn't comfortable with 225 by myself.
Really?
No, not at all. Again, I've done it on the Smith machine. That's not the same thing. I did like 135. Like you have to get comfortable with like the bench. Like you have to get comfortable with the bench, like the seating of it, and like just doing like doing the weight with everything like on a regular bench press. So I did 135, knocked that out. So I repped in like 185, knocked that out, and then I did 225. I had a spotter for the first 2 or 3 times I did it, just so I can get comfortable and like I can actually do it. So the guy was like, "How many are you going for?" And I said, I would love to get 5, but I'll take 1, like just for now, just to get 1. Like I had to be honest with myself, bro. Bro, I'm in there every day, but it's like that's so much different than like anything else.
Yeah.
So, and also I'm not touching the deadlift, not touching the squats, no chance. Strictly with the bench. So I got 5 the first time I did it with the spotter, and the spotter didn't, the hands were there. That's the way the spotter did it bothered me, but that's a whole separate conversation.
I know that goes.
So now I can do it without the spotter. These last 2 times I've done it, I can do 225 for at least 5 without the spotter, and I pushed it to 7 today.
Yeah, good.
So I feel good about it. I think I can easily get 225 or my goal. So the short term goal is to get 225 for 10, and
That's
get
good.
that and knock that out. And then once I can comfortably do that, I'm gonna start adding the plates and do that. And I'm hoping I feel good about it. If I can easily get 315. Like I'm not gonna say for 5, but I can at least get it for 1 and like
Jesus.
give me like 2 months. So the
Okay.
beginning of May is when I'm gonna try and get 315, and then after that, Memorial Day at the end of the month, 315 for 5.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. So I'm gonna track this. I'm documenting it. Go
Please
follow
do
me on Instagram. Fuck Twitter, dude. I'm so done with that. I never
get
get
tired of
followers
it.
anymore.
Yeah.
I never get followers anymore. I'm gonna bring up the NFL draft video that I posted that I have pinned. That's got
That
over
was it.
3 million views, and I got no followers because of it. I don't know how that's even possible, bro. I don't know how. And your boy retweets some good shit.
I know.
I retweet some good stuff. I get nothing. So I'm done with Twitter. I'm still going to use it for entertainment, but
Yeah.
go follow me on Instagram. I don't know, at Steven_Springer, I think it is.
Yeah.
So go follow me on the gram and come hop on this journey. Do you have Instagram?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
So anyone else who's listening, go follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. So I have 2 things, but I want to touch on Steven's point at first. Reason why I asked Steven that about for anyone that doesn't bench press and stuff, there's a huge difference between having a spotter and not having a spotter with how much you can end up lifting.
Yeah.
At my gym, I don't have anyone that can spot me. So I've done 275 once, but I know mentally what I can do, and I've never gone over it.
Sure.
So that's why I commend Steven for his goal of there's nobody that'll ever be able to spot me if I even tried that. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So I just won't try it.
That's a huge mental block.
Yeah.
Like the comfort level to like I knew I can get obviously 135, 185. That's no problem. 225 is like it's such a jump, and like you just don't know how the body's gonna react to it.
Nope.
Like you don't know like how strong like, you're using everything, and you don't know how strong you really are until you can like do something like that. And you're like, all right, once you do it once, it's like, all right, the body reacts to it. You're good. Nothing tore. You did it well on your own. 275 is like the next.
That's what it is.
The next benchmark for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be documented. But 275 is that's a solid. That's a like. I mean, people talk about 185 being like the benchmark for like.
That's what it was growing up.
Male population. It's definitely pushed to 225.
100%. All the people that watch the scouting combine, 225 is you got to be able to hit it at least once or twice.
That's the other thing. Watching these dudes, some of these guys throw up 225, like 20, 25, 30. I think Jay Hill was at 25 when he was at the combine.
Insane.
And like that dude from Oregon, I think it was Stephen Paye, I think it was. He had like 53.
I know, like it was nothing.
Dog, he was like, I've never. It's crazy. Like, I mean, granted, you and I are not professional athletes. No offense, but yeah, 275 is a like proud number too.
Yeah, I know. So I brought that up because Steven's going for the goal, and you have to be consistent. I hit 275 probably October of last year. Ask me right now if I'm in it because I haven't been. You have to keep doing it so you can get to that point.
Facts.
Like I can do 225, that's fine. But when you start putting more on, absolutely not. Your body's
also, like you gotta also know like how to rest. Like you have to know how to like I'm starting to like get more into it because I'm starting to like now I have like the weights and I have all that. I can like I'm starting to do it more. So I'm starting to like figure out how to like rest. Like I can't just do like chest every day. I can't just do shoulders every day. So you gotta know when to rest, when you can like start to like push it. And then once like the 225 becomes like the normal reps, then you can start to, as you know, you can start to add a couple pounds here and there. But I gotta take it slow. But your boy's we're just gonna go.
Yeah. So my 2 that I have, I said, as everyone can see, the Airport Chronicles. I'm gonna start with that in a second. I want to bring up this other situation. So everyone sees where I am now. Clearly in the hotel room. This is not where I was supposed to be. I texted 2 people earlier, like, one of the companies we're working with had me a hookup in like an office space. the thing that we end up agreeing on is, hey, the building that this office space is in closed at 5. But if you're in before 5, you can we'll let them know you're here, like everything's good. I get a message from the manager this morning. She's like, hey, so I noticed like the company end up saying like you're gonna be in the room, which is fine and all, but if you step out of that meeting room, you can't even go to the bathroom, otherwise you're gonna be locked out. I was like, what the hell? What this isn't good.
Just chill. No bathroom.
So,
Nope.
so I said, listen, so I'll put her name out there. I was like, all right, listen, Marissa, look, you and I both know I am not about to be in that room for 4 hours without going to the bathroom.
Come on.
So let's just cancel it. I'll tell the company I can't do it anymore, but we're just not doing this. So that was the first one. So that's why I'm here. Other one. So over the weekend, I was flying as well. This flight I can tell you guys about. It's fine. I flew from Raleigh, just flew from Raleigh back to Reagan. It should be a simple flight, super easy. I got on the flight, maybe 20 people were on the flight with me. And anyone that knows me, Steven knows, there's some shit that happened. It's not normal. And so
I have never flown with you. And like granted, it's only been, I think, maybe twice we've been in the same place, like going to the same place, like location wise, where a flight is required.
Yeah.
But like, dog, I'm never flying with you.
See, so we get on the flight. And it was 2 on this side, 2 on this side. Flight where I just sit in the back on purpose. Usually I go to the back because I know everyone wants to go in the front. Cool. My side was good, just me, no one over there. Then last minute, this person, not going to say the gender of them because I don't want to rule that out yet. This person gets on the plane and they sit on the other side. I said, you're the last one on this plane and you just so happen to sit on the other side. Cool. All right, whatever. I guess they were a little sick. They were coughing a little bit. They talked to one of the flight attendants, coughed. They sneezed right when the flight attendant was there in the middle of them asking a question. So in my mind, I'm like, I feel like these are red flags, but I'm ignoring it. Cool. So they get on the intercom to say, hey, just as a heads up, we're about to start our initial descent into Reagan. Cool. Everything's fine. They're like, so please make sure to put on your seatbelts because we're about to start our descent. Strap up all your laptops, everything, larger items. Why does this person decide to go to the bathroom right at that moment? Goes into the bathroom. So at this point, the flight attendant is like, hello, like you got to go to your seat because we're trying to land. We can't land unless you go to your seat.
Oh my God.
They're in the bathroom saying, I will be out in a second. Again, they're like, bang, bang, bang.
Sure.
You need to go to your seat right now because the plane is trying to land. I guess they took too long that then 5 minutes later, a lot of us are wondering, like, why the hell have we not hit the ground yet? I'm seeing the Ferris wheel at the harbor, but we still have not landed. Pilot gets on the intercom and says, hey, just so some of you guys are probably wondering why we're not on the ground. Well, we had to circle around and go farther out to then do our descent again because someone decided to be in the bathroom. We were supposed to be landing. God, so for everyone moving forward, do not go in the bathroom when we say we're going to start our initial descent. So something that should have been fast ended up being 15 minutes longer because they decided not to wait. Mind you, I didn't say this part. The flight is maybe an hour and 20 minutes. They went to the bathroom in the middle of the flight.
Right.
They went to the bathroom twice in an hour and 20-minute flight.
How old was this person? Over under 60?
Under. Maybe plus or minus 5 years around us.
Whoa. Talk like just the lack of awareness for some people is astonishing, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Astonishing.
And then they got out of the bathroom like it was nothing wrong.
Like it was nothing, right? Yeah.
Like it was nothing. Like, oh, I don't know who the person is that was in the bathroom when we should have been landing. So that's those two things.
I would be pissed, bro. Pissed.
Oh, I would. Thankfully, I didn't have a connecting flight. Could you imagine if I had a connecting flight and that's the reason why I missed it? Because they elected to go to the bathroom.
Did you see the clip of a flight? I think it was a flight attendant on intercom when the flight landed and everyone stood up, and the flight attendant's like, "Yep, go ahead, everyone stand up, get your stuff, and go nowhere." Dog, those people. I mean, we can talk about your flight situations are always just insane. Where were you going when? Man, something happened. Like the engine. What was it with the engine?
Yes, yeah. So
Oh,
you'll
Dallas or
never forget
something?
that one. I was
Yeah.
flying back from being at my buddy in California. I was in Texas. I had my
Yeah.
next flight from Texas to Dulles, and they were like, "Yeah, we got to turn the whole shit around. Go back to Texas
Dog.
because one of the engines went out."
I ain't never in my life will I ever fly with you. Like I'm not afraid to fly. I'm good with it. Like, I've never, hand to God, I have never in my life had anything go wrong with any of my flights. Like nothing. Every flight, I shouldn't be saying this, but knock on wood, like every flight that I've been on, I'm not flying again until July. Also, I'm supposed to go to Mexico in July. Not sure that's happening now.
Okay.
I am going to Seattle in November for the Penn State game. So
Oh,
that's different. But I'm never flying with you.
why not? Hey, it's a good time.
Ever, dude.
But we'll catch up with all this next week. I don't have any more flights, probably until maybe May.
I have a we have a 2-day swim meet this weekend for Mason. So
Oh, this is gonna be good.
He's in 10 events. So yeah. So should be, yeah, he's gonna be exhausted, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Until next time, we'll catch you next week. We out.